Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mike from sneakerhistory.com, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by today and checking out a new review. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. And please make sure you go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment. That's going to go ahead and help this channel keep growing, get through that crazy YouTube algorithm, and get us to our next goal. We've already reached 600 subscribers now, which I want to thank you all so much. And the next goal is 700, 800, 900,000, and so on and so forth. We want to get there, when we keep building. We really, I love doing the channel, love building the videos and creating the content for you guys. So again, thank you so much for everyone who is supporting. Now today, guys, we're looking at a shoe that I'm pretty late to the party on because, not for lack of trying, because I really did want the shoe, but the popularity of this particular sneaker is just skyrocketed since its original release, I guess late last year. And it's a retro sneaker, retro product. And if you guys seen the title of the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So to get right into it, we're gonna be looking at the New Balance Aime Dore, or ALD 550. Now this is just the box of the sneaker, which honestly, I don't know if this is the original type of box for the shoe. Not really like a deal breaker for me with the sneaker, but I really hate you see you open the box, it's a kind of take the whole top piece off. It's kind of flimsy. I mean, it's crazy when you look at sneakers like, our Vape Superstar, that crazy box, and they go kind of to the flimsy one, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, it's not the sneaker, but I just thought I'd kind of make that, give my thoughts on that. Now, it does give you that normal New Balance branding, of course, but it does have the Aime Dore branding right here in the front. Other than that, pretty typical. And what we're looking at is gonna be a size 10. So guys, it is my true to size, normal size 10. That's what we're gonna be looking at. Now, before we jump into the sneaker, we will look at some of just kind of things that come in the box. We've got a couple of different pairs of laces here. So we have this kind of brownish, grayish lace. We also have more of a vintage white, off-white color lace here as well. And the paper in the sneaker is going to have our New Balance branding and ALD branding on the paper. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it here since it is kind of faint. And nothing else. I just have my GOAT stickers here because I had to get it from GOAT because there just has not been a single instance where I'm able to get this shoe when it released, no matter if it's the ALD collaboration or the GR colorways. It's just been insane. Now the sneaker itself, here it is. Boom. Now this one's done in the white, the navy, and then the red colorway here. The other sneaker that released was, this one was more widely released, but if I'm not mistaken, the white and green colorway, which I'll put up here, was exclusive to ALD when it released. So I'll put that picture up there. I think that's kind of more the exclusive model, or exclusive colorway, I should say. But I really wanted to get into the shoe because ever since I saw the original pictures of the first release, the first collaboration, because this is actually the second pack they've done, but even the GR colorways, I really like this shoe. Now, New Balance isn't typically known for the retro basketball product. Most people know them for their running model. So we have a 997 here. Most people typically know New Balance for that, or things like the 990 series, V1, V2, V3, V4, so on and so forth. Now, with this particular sneaker, it was released in a time where another one of my favorite sneakers actually came out, and this was 1989. So this came out the same time as the Jordan 4. But again, in the States at least, this was not something very popular among, whether it be basketball players or just sneaker connoisseurs in general. But it's been more popular, it looks like, in Europe. It really didn't surprise me. That tends to happen every so often. Something like the retro basketball product from other brands seem to be more popular overseas than they are here. But that looks to be changing. Now, this particular sneaker, known as the P550, when it originally released back in 1989, again, was a low-top basketball model offered by New Balance. And you know what? Looking at the sneaker itself, again, we get the retro look. Really do. That's something that's very popular now. I mean, retro product has always been popular, but retro in like a very vintage colorways have been popular. So we look at the sneaker, we're gonna get that, really kind of, I guess, eggshell white, off-white color, but kind of the kicker is gonna be the vintage style sole, where it's almost pre-yellowed, and it's just been a big thing lately. Now, again, with that vintage product, whether it be clothing, cards, sneakers, anything vintage right now is very popular as of late. So that is maybe one of the reasons that this sneaker is just flying off the shelves. It's just, it fits that trend perfectly. Now, with that, I know New Balance is known for quality. And that's something I can say again, no matter if it's the 997s here or the MT580s, the burn rubber pair I have here in the case, New Balance, no matter any shoe I've picked up from them, has been a very, very high quality. And this one at first, I was kind of concerned because I touched the leather right out the box. And just kind of a preface, I am not a materials expert whatsoever. I just kind of, can only give an opinion of what I feel. So I'm not an expert whatsoever, so I am very open to being wrong about materials. But I will say, when I pulled this particular model out of the box, it was pretty stiff. I was like, this may be a miss on a material piece. But I had to really think about it. They are going for that traditional, that, hey, 1989 basketball leather sneaker where it was a more stiff leather. Not saying it's bad leather, it's just a thicker cut of leather. And when I originally touched them, like, this is gonna not be great, it's gonna hurt. Took me a couple wears, actually got them this past Saturday, put them on feet immediately because I wanted to wear them again. I really was a fan of this shoe just from the pictures and didn't disappoint. But I put them on, kind of weary that this wasn't gonna be comfortable with the upper at least. It started breaking in immediately. You see we have some nice creases going on here in the toe box already. The leather softened up within a couple wears and it's nice. I don't have one in hand because it's just impossible to get as well. Would be like the 85 cut Jordans, whether it be that reverse bred or the neutral grays or natural grays, whatever you call them now, had thick leather. And people were just like, oh, this is a good leather because it's not that soft, quote unquote, shattered backboard leather, whatever you want to call it. That very tumbled leather that people get accustomed to, thinking that the softer it is, the better. That's not the case. This sneaker uses a thicker cut leather that's going to mimic the original release. And I will say it softens up. It is a good grade of leather, looks like. Again, not any kind of professional at this. I just kind of know what I see and feel, and I am very impressed. You know, stays on par with what New Balance is used to doing, what we're seeing, what we're used to New Balance actually doing, I should say. Now, getting back to the sneaker, some more details here. Within the sneaker right here on the lateral side, you're gonna have 550 here, raised in the same color with a bit of a gray outline to the numbers. You're gonna have your New Balance in, both on the lateral and medial side, done in red with a navy background to it. Now, as we get past the leather and get to the ankle collar here, we're gonna have a mesh ankle collar, again, done in the same off-white color, but you're gonna have a navy blue accent on both the lateral and medial side here. Going back to the tongue of the sneaker, you're gonna have a mesh style tongue, mostly in that off-white color with some navy accents around the edges here. But you're gonna have the Aime 550 patch along with just the New Balance information on the tongue tag. In the inside of the sneaker, all of the liner's gonna be a mesh liner, but it's gonna again be the same off-white color. So we're sticking pretty close to that same color pattern here, mostly off-white. But you see a little bit of a change. So when we get to the toe box here, right before the laces start, there's like a mesh opening that seems to be more of the same vintage yellowish beige white color that you have on the outsole and midsole. Then you're gonna have some perforations right here in the toe box. I honestly don't know if they go through the shoe, how much they're gonna make a difference because it is a thick cut leather. But I mean, it's like wearing any kind of retro leather basketball product. They're not gonna be the most breathable shoe, but they're not extra hot. So I guess it serves its purpose. Now let's get to the heel of the sneaker. Again, done in that off-white color. You're gonna have the Aime Dore New York branding here on the right shoe. And you're gonna have the New Balance logo done in navy on the left shoe. As we bring it back into the sneaker, we're gonna look at the insoles. And the insoles are probably one of my favorite parts, not because of anything special written on them, but because of how they're built. So the left sneaker is gonna have, again, the Aime Dore branding here in the heel, while the left one has this branding. The right one has the pack name, which is going to be International Friendship Through Basketball. That's the entire pack here. You guys have probably seen one of the coolest commercials in a long time. It really gave you those same kind of feelings you saw in the old Nike basketball commercials, where with everyone dribbling and just you hear that same music or the same sounds and intro of the podcast. So you guys know exactly what I'm talking about there. Now, what I'm talking about the sole here, or the insole I should say, it's kind of double stacked. You have your really thick foam insole. I don't know if it's Ortholite. I want to say, yes, it is Ortholite. It has an Ortholite insole here, but it's also stacked with extra kind of foam cushioning and arch support here from the middle to the end of this insole. So it's really cool they added that extra support because we all traditionally know that retro basketball products are not comfortable to wear all day, every day. So while these may not be something you wear to say Disney World and just wear it all day, it is something you can wear for a few hours and be pretty comfortable in. Now, as I put these back in, we really want to talk about the fit of the sneaker. I know that's important to a lot of people, especially when we can't go try on sneakers anymore. It's almost impossible because there's nothing in stores. But this sneaker, I bought it true to size. And I wouldn't suggest changing because the sneaker's built kind of weird. So in the forefoot area, it is very, very snug. Not uncomfortable, but snug like a secure way. But the heel, I wish there was more cushioning and maybe some more sculpting in the heel, because it's done in a very wide fashion where my heel kind of slips. A little bit of heel slippage. But my toe is pretty close to the end of the sneaker. So lengthwise, perfectly fine. It's just that I don't know if it's just the opening and the heel section of the sneaker are very wide, but it has a little bit of slippage. Nothing, again, that's going to, I don't think bother too many people. It didn't bother me much because it's just a casual sneaker. I'm not doing anything, any performance in it, so it doesn't really bother me so much. But it is kind of weird that does happen. I suggest going true to size, but it just depends. If you like a snug fit, go ahead and go half size down. Wide footers, before you make that decision to go half size up, I guess do what you can to try it on. A lot of people say whatever you wear, like the 997s, wear to, pick the same size, but it's just the weird construction of the heel, the opening, that kind of makes it hard to say exactly. There's not exact science to it. I guess the worst thing you can do is throw another insole in there. If you want to size up, throw an insole in there just to make sure you cover the length, but I'm not too sure the best course of action. Now, next thing we're going to see is going to be, again, the midsole. We already talked about the color, but we'll jump into the branding piece. We have our New Balance branding here. Right now, we're also going to have a New Balance logo right here on the heel. We're going to have a little bit of a red trim going across the heel cup of the sneaker. And then when we get down, the outsole has a little break in color. Just give us a little pop. We have red at the toe cap. We're going to have a little vintage gray look, a little red hit here right in the middle as well. And we're also going to have a navy heel. And we have that New Balance branding right here in the heel as well. I don't ever see myself playing basketball in this. The traction looks like it would be pretty solid on court if you want to try. I mean, it's not unusual for anybody to play a retro basketball product. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see someone actually do it in the NBA, especially, of course, New Balance athletes. But I don't see myself trying that out. I don't want to hurt my feet. But as a whole, I am a huge fan of the sneaker. I keep looking down at it. Sorry, guys. I'm a huge fan of it. I love the retro basketball product, especially low cut, because a lot of times we see retro basketball products is very high, very bulky, but this one really fits an aesthetic that is easy to wear with today's type of clothing, whether it's shorts, more tapered pants, whatever it may be. These fit that mold and you can wear it well. Again, this doesn't mimic, but it's in that same time frame of the Jordan 4, which is my favorite shoe, and they're built in a similar fashion when it comes to cut. I feel like I can wear Jordan 4 with anything, and I feel like I can do the same thing with this New Balance 550. Now, with the fact of the trend of it just selling out just left and right now, I don't know how hard it's going to be to get them in. It reminds me of when the New Balance 327 came out, the initial Casablanca colorway really sparked everything, and then, or Casablanca collaboration, I should say. It sparked everything. It's made it really hard for that sneaker to be picked up here in the States, at least. And eventually, the bubble kind of burst on it, where you can find a shoe anywhere. Like, I can go to Foot Locker, I can go any store right now and find a pair of the 327s kind of sitting around, which doesn't say anything bad about the shoe, just says that, hey, maybe they produce a lot of them now to make sure people can get them, or maybe the trends kind of died down a little bit, whatever it may be, but you can get them now. So I'm hoping this kind of happens with this sneaker, because I did not want to pay resale for this, but I did, because retail for this was $130. I think I ended up paying like $170 for it, $180. Not happy about that, but I wanted to get them in hand, and I didn't know the price was going to go up because I looked again, and good thing I bought it when I did, because this shoe was, in my size, was $222 on GOAT again, and I wasn't going to do that at all. So I'm very happy that I was able to pick these up when I did. The shoe's good. I say try it out. Very, 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 very worth it. If you can get it for retail. If you need to get it resale, I completely understand. Trust me, I have to do the same thing, of course. But I really like the sneaker, and I think it is worth the money. Now, I really hope that also that, again, that bubble burst, because I want to be able to pick up either GR colorways. I tried to get the GR colorway, that sea salt pack that released last week, and I went in, or I guess 2 weeks ago, on a New Balance site at 8:58. They released at 9 a.m. my time, and I couldn't. Nothing there at 9 a.m. It was impossible. So hopefully we're able to get more of these in the future. But again, one of my favorites of the year so far. I feel like I've said that a couple times in a couple different videos, but it's just hard to deny that some good shoes are coming out, especially from, it's not just one brand. We have some mix-ups. It's like the different brands putting out some good stuff. So I really think this is going to be one of those shoes that's talked about for a while, but hopefully that it's going to be easier to get as well. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this sneaker. Again, I know a ton of videos have been done on this already, but I really want to speak to the fact that it's just hard to get. I got it late. I wonder if you guys are doing the same thing. So let me know if you're able to cop. Let me know what you guys think of the shoe. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Give me your thoughts down below. I love the conversations we have in the comments. It's awesome. I get to speak with everyone. So until next time, guys, see you.